Hey everyone, it's Tracy here with my 2-week post-op VSG update. So it's been a little bit of a rocky week. I went back to work on Monday. Today's Thursday. I'm getting this out a little late. Now, May 22nd was my day of surgery. I had that done at Trinity Bariatrics in Steubenville, Ohio. My surgeon was Joseph Colella. Surgery date was May 22nd, 2017. My pre-op weight prior to surgery was 304, and they are considering that my day of surgery weight, even though I did weigh in that morning, but we won't even get into that. That number isn't even worth it. So we'll just go with my day of surgery weight so that we can keep track of this better. 304, day of surgery. My 1 week weigh-in, sorry, I'm looking at my notes on the wall. My 1 week weigh-in, I was 289 from 304. No, 293. And then I had a follow-up appointment on Thursday the 1st, and that was 289. So that's what I considered as my 1 week, because that was my first week follow-up. So we went with 289. And then this week I have been up and down on the scale. I have a few things to discuss about that after I give you my weight. I know I shouldn't weigh myself every day, but you know how it is. Especially if you were early on in this, you're probably doing that. The scale is an obsession. I know I need to work on it. I do weigh myself first thing in the morning, so that may not be a true weight, but for me that's a fasting weight, and that's the best weight for me, and that's where I'm comfortable. Every morning before I get ready for work, I get on the scale, and it lets me know how I did the day before, because anyways, I'll get into that once again in a minute. I am trying to keep this a little more organized. As you guys know, I'm very sporadic. I have a lot of squirrel moments this week. This week I weighed in on Monday because my surgery was on a Monday, so I'm trying to go back to that. And week 1, 289. So week 2, officially on Monday, I weighed in, and that was at 286.5. So that was 2.5 pounds lost for the week, and that's where I'm going, even though I actually am a little less than that. Today is Thursday, and that's a week from my last video, but I want to get some organization to the video, so I can tell you today I weighed in at, where did I write it? It was 284.5 this morning. This afternoon, that is not the weight that I'm weighing in. So I will give you an official weigh-in again on Monday. As of right now, we are going with the 2.5 pounds lost, 286.5 pounds as of week 2. Now, I had hoped for a bit of a bigger loss, and I know that some folks go through this. And I am completely 100% grateful, because without the surgery, I wouldn't have probably lost the 2.5 pounds. So it's okay. I have a total, since my surgery, loss of 17.5 pounds. When on earth would I lose 17.5 pounds in 2 weeks' time without this surgery? It's a godsend. I don't regret it. And from my highest weight, which was 330 pounds, May of 2016, I have a total weight loss of 43.5 pounds. Wow. I've lost 50 pounds before. I will tell you when we get to my lowest adult weight after having children, because I was pretty low after having my son, but gained it all back. And then after having children, my lowest adult weight ever was 240 pounds since both of my children have been born. I've never been under 240 pounds since having my kids. So when we get there, I will be celebrating, and so will my children, I'm sure. But So let's get into what I think happened this week. I'm not at all complaining about the 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. I'm not minimizing that in the least. But I think what happened in regards to why I could have lost more. One, I started back on solid foods and they allowed me to start a few days early. But there were a few things I had avoided until the actual week I was supposed to start soft foods. So I avoided refried beans, but I have been making refried beans. And even at making one can and making that into some kind of meal, and when you separate that out and you do your meal prep, you're eating on that for days. I mean, I have been freezing meals like crazy because I can't eat everything I make. And right now my daughter's in Florida with her father and her sister and brother and their family. So I don't have anyone to help me eat the leftovers. I've been, like I said, freezing, taking things for lunch, doing the best that I can. I am not overeating. If I have to waste a can of refried beans, oh boy, big whoop. But it's crazy that I can't eat a can of refried beans. Pre-op, I could have ate that whole can, and I basically mix it as if I'm making a bean dip, but I use Greek yogurt, I use a can of refried beans, mixed Mexican seasoned shredded cheese, a little bit of salsa, a little bit of queso cheese sauce, just a little bit because it's pretty high, guys. So I just do it for the texture more than anything else. And if you don't have enough Greek yogurt, I don't like to heat it with the Greek yogurt. I wait until after everything's been heated, then I add the Greek yogurt to it, kind of like a sour cream. But everything gets heated together other than that. You mix it together. It's basically like a dip. I eat it in a little bowl with a baby spoon. And I'm able to eat between 3 and 4 ounces. There have been a couple times I pushed it with a little extra cheese. And let me tell you, you feel it. Like here, it gets to the brim. That little bit of extra cheese, that pinch of cheese is enough to push you over the edge. I have not vomited since right after surgery. The full day of surgery and the day after I had vomited a bit, but I have not had that problem, thank God. There are some days, and I don't know if this is common for everybody, that I absolutely feel like I can gulp a whole bottle of water. I feel like I have no restriction. No, I don't do it. I don't push because I know that physically I can't. I'm only 2 weeks post-op. But there are times that I do not feel restriction at all. And then I'll eat 2 bites of tuna fish and I'm completely full to the brim. So, but once again, another issue I had, I went back to work this week. I had 2 weeks to set into a pattern at home with my drinking, my eating, and my protein shakes, and when I was getting everything in. And I had fell into a pretty good schedule. But I'm a therapist by trade, and generally, I'm listening to the clients. However, I also facilitate groups, so I speak then. I help clients with topics they need help discussing. I do talk more frequently. At home, I was doing homework, and like I said, my daughter's not home, so I'm not really talking to anybody. So I had to pattern. Every other commercial with the TV program, every paragraph when I write a paper for homework, I would take a sip. I had some things in my head, and it worked, and I was getting more than enough water, and I was getting more than enough protein. I am getting plenty of protein. I have learned how to doctor my protein shakes with scoop of Greek yogurt, using the Premier powder. I have to have the Greek yogurt now. I have to have something that adds some bitterness. They're just absolutely still too sweet, especially Premier, which I loved. My Inspire, I quit mixing with the, I was using Fairlife milk to add protein, but I've noticed it's too rich, so I have mixed them with water, and that has helped tone down the sweetness. Maybe it was just a texture thing, I'm not sure. But the blueberry one is still a little rough for me. I have to put some extra water in it. But I'm working on it. I am getting, on average, anywhere between 60 and 100 grams of protein a day. The protein is not my problem. I am able to get that in. If nothing else, I get my protein shakes in. Another issue I am having is water. I know I can count the fluids for my protein shakes, but I haven't been. I drink the 33.8 ounce bottles of Smart Water. I add 1 pouch of the A&W root beer flavor to that. It's amazing. It's been a lifesaver for me. 2 pouches is what would normally go in a size bottle that big, but I can't handle the sweetness, so 1 pouch is all I need for a full bottle. And I was drinking 2 of those a day, and that was working great. But now that I'm back to work, I'm lucky if I get one 34-ounce bottle in, and then my 2 shakes and whatever else goes into my body. Generally, my meal is, like I said, the refried beans meal, scrambled egg. I do have some chicken sausages from Kroger I got. They're an apple maple flavored. I can eat one. I have noticed I have problems with some pork products. Ham slices give me problems. The ham sandwich spread. I can eat chicken salad. I can eat tuna salad. I cannot do ham salad. It turns my stomach. I tried almost 3/4 of a container. I had to throw the last half of it, the last quarter away. It was just, I can't handle it. So I'll go back to that at another time later. But right now, there's something about it that I just can't do, and I'm not going to push it. So I'm thinking that maybe I need to work on my water goals a little bit more. I know I'm not dehydrated, and I'm sorry about the I've noticed that I'm doing that. I didn't do it so much. I did occasionally, but I get absent-minded. I'm getting between 500 and 800 calories a day. I'm assuming that it's because I'm not getting enough calories. I'm starting to lose some brain function, but I'm sure it'll balance out as time goes on. I want to show you guys something. This is week 2, and I've already lost hair. I am getting a receding hairline. Don't mind the grays. But yeah, I have already noticed a little bit of hair loss. It's not massive. I have very, very thin hair as it is. I mean, my whole hair, my ponytail is maybe as big around as my thumb. It's very, very thin. Baby fine hair. So I know it's going to be noticeable when this really starts. I've been taking all of my vitamins. Thanks for the tip, those of you who have advised me about chlorophyll. The body odor, I don't know if it's from the increase of the protein, malnourishment, what's going on, but I have a huge obsession with staying smelling good. I have almost every fragrance Bath and Body Works has ever come out with in my home. I have deodorant in my purse, in my car, in my desk, in my file cabinet at work, in my bathroom, upstairs bathroom and downstairs bathroom, on my nightstand. I don't like to smell, and I have noticed that my body odor has changed very much. My breath, oh my goodness, let me tell you, it's got to be the protein there. But you take the good with the bad, and whatever happens, happens. But like I've told everybody before, I didn't do this for a vanity thing. I will work around these little quirks, and I will find ways around it. I have started taking all of my vitamins again, and unfortunately the TMI is now to begin. If you can't handle body functions, now's the time to walk away, because we're going to get into some discussions about the bathroom. While I was on the liquid diet, guys, not a problem. Everything was great. The first day or 2 of soft foods, everything was fine. But since I started back to work today, Thursday, I started back Monday, Thursday today was my first day. And I had to do a no-no to do that. I have been drinking decaf tea, decaf coffee. I've been drinking the digestive health tea. I hadn't been taking my stool softeners again because I was worried, but last night I took them. Still didn't produce anything. A cup or two a day of digestive health tea, like similar to Smooth Move. Nothing. And I was feeling miserable. Something that's always made me go was a hot cup of Maxwell House coffee. And so this morning I had a protein coffee with my protein shake. I pretty much made a cup of coffee instead of the water or the milk, and that's what I put my protein in. And it worked. Within maybe a half hour of drinking it, I was in the restroom. I got approval, just so you know, before any complaints happen, from my surgeon. I got approval that I could have up to 1 cup a day of regular caffeinated coffee as long as I drink an extra 1 cup of water, which as of today, my water intake is 40 right now, and we're not even at 6 p.m. yet. So I'm good. I have a whole bottle sitting on the nightstand. I have a whole bottle on my end table in my living room where I'm about to go and do homework. So I'm doing 2 classes at a time right now online. On average, a week is about 30 hours a week in homework. I'm doing about 50, 60 a week in homework right now. I'm really studying. I'm trying to do as well as I can, but it's really hard to balance school, 2 classes at a time, and work 40 hours a week. Right now, like I said, my daughter's not home, but I'm still maintaining the house, still doing dishes, still doing yard work, and everything that I've got to do. I mean, life goes on. Just because I have surgery doesn't mean I have to stop doing everything, or I can pay everybody, because my income didn't increase. As a matter of fact, I'm still unsure as to whether or not I'm going to get paid for my time off, but that will remain to be seen, and that'll happen tomorrow. I just wanted to give you all an update, which I think I more than covered. This is probably one of my longer videos ever. As things progress, maybe that's going to happen. I usually try to keep them around 5 minutes or less, because I know you don't have a lot of time, just like I don't, to sit and watch videos all the time. I want to thank all of you who have been supporting me on both here and Instagram, which is under the same name. If y'all want to check me out, go for it. I also have Facebook under my Flabulous Tracy, so you're all welcome to add me on there. I'm not opposed to it. I post pictures there on Instagram. I may not post every day, but I do try to post regularly on Instagram. You're probably going to get more updates from me on there than you do here, because it just takes me a minute to get these videos together. Once again, they're unedited, uncut, and this is just me. I don't even have my little pictures, I don't know, my daughter knows all the editing terms and everything. Just not my cup of tea. This is the best I can do, guys, until she gets home from Florida and can teach mom a better way. My daughter's a YouTuber, and so is my son, so they can both help me out a bit. These will get better. My videos will get better. I'm actually about to get a hold of a friend who has a band and see if I can use one of their songs for my intro and outro music. So I'm working on it, guys. Hold it together for me and give me some time, and look out. Here we come, world. I want to thank all of you guys. I really appreciate all the support. And until the next one, see you soon, guys.